Yeah, in the fridge. Everyone, welcome back to the shop. We have our Camry. No, it does not have a door on it. Yes, that is a quick grip holding the door chime alarm because otherwise the battery won't charge. So we had the battery charging all night last night. It's still extremely old and has to get replaced, but the car does run and start. We're going to do a compression test really quick. I wanted to show you guys some of the that we found on the car. Let me grab here. Now, use this guy. He's wait, do that one. He's a little kinder. So let's come back to there's a little pile on the ground here. Brian, can you point to the pile? Yeah, I worked on that last night a little bit.
5 minutes into being in the garage.
Yeah. When we got back, it was we were both really tired, and we knew that this was going to be far more involved, so we didn't yank the engine last night. We didn't do compression tests last night. So I'll bring you guys over here, and you can take a look at some. Oh crap! As I bonked my head. Take a look at. You can have some fun with us as we take a look at the horror show that is these rockers here. You can ditch this guy. Watch
like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So you honestly don't need much. Like it falls out. Like,
would you like a piece?
Oh, there's some more for you.
Like a piece of our cigar?
Yeah. This just falls out.
So bad.
Oh, this is like part of an assembly, or.
Oh no! Is that a weld nut?
That's a part of the frame body. That's a big piece. Oh, there we go.
Oh wow!
This is just hanging out inside up there.
That's the seat belt. That's for where the seat bracket bolts into the chassis. It's a reinforcement plate that is given loose.
Oh yeah.
After looking into the inner rocker here, that's
so
fun. Really surprised.
Oh. Now, this is why you don't buy a car above I-70, because this is what it is like underneath. What year is this guy?
2000.
Oh.
That's 2000.
2000 Camry Solara.
Which is exactly what the other Warren MC came out of. Exact same year.
Yeah. Now, this car will be, this car is going, as soon as you get the engine out, it's going right to the scrapyard. We have no use for anything else in this car. But yeah, this has been a Michigan car its entire life. And John, you started it up with David. What did you think? It does sound really good. We're gonna do a quick compression test on the 3 front cylinders because they're really easy to access. And oh, there's a rib nut. Yeah. Yep. So I just wanted to show you guys what we're working with here and how sketchy this was. Rolling it on. It's just so much crap. The what?
He asked which pizza was available.
Not all of those right there.
Yeah, that's why I said the one that isn't is already in the house.
Well, there's one if you want to go in the house, you can go get it. But okay, so that's enough underneath this car. I think we're all done with all of that. And I'm just going to leave that pile there because I'm going to have a lot more rust when we get this car out of here. So take this light and now bring the car down, and I'll show you guys just real quickly how to do a compression test. It's not that complicated, but it does give you critical information about how well a used engine is or how well a new engine is after you've built it or rebuilt it. This thing is really bad. Takes a while. So I'll do a quick start in the car, and you guys can see the car running and driving, that sort of thing. Give me a second here. That should do it. This is our 1MZ FE, and over there is our E51, E153 transaxle, transmission and transaxle combination unit. Hey, John, do you think you can pull the driver's seat out of this thing? It's 4 bolts and 1 electrical connector. Because I'd like to use the bracket. So there we go. We have 248,000 miles on this car. We have no check engine lights. And you can hear it sucking in as I turn it off, which is a really good sign. We have good compression. The intake will obviously need to be cleaned up, but everything seems to be in working order. Too toasty, which means he hasn't worked extremely hard overnight, but he's still done his job. Got our battery charged, enough for us to drive it up onto the trailer, although the other trailer will have a winch, so we won't really care. So what we're going to do is I'll bring you guys in closer here. On the 1MZ FE, it's a V6. It's a 90-degree V6. So we have one here. We have one over here that's angled back. So that's why this guy is upright a little bit. The whole engine is kind of tilted back a little bit. These are our plug, coil pack, coil plug. This is what's called weighted in the back. Go all the way around to the back. Oh, keep freezing and I'm blurry. So let's do this. Hang on a sec. We can leave it plugged in. Oops. Come back here. Silly me thinking it would plug in. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. Hopefully. Let me know if that is working a little bit better. So, like I said, these are the coil packs, 2, 4, and 6. And this is 1, 3, and 5. And these coil packs go directly to the spark plugs below. These send a spark from the coil pack all the way over to the other side and ignite the spark over there. That's how that works. It's a little different setup. It's called a wasted spark. Wow. Hopefully everyone in Chillicothe heard that too. So this is called a wasted spark system. So this will continually spark even though there's no fuel over there to spark. It kind of does it on the exhaust stroke. And there's nothing for it to ignite, but it still sends that spark. So it's called wasted spark. On the 1MZ FEs, the coil packs are plentiful. You can get those everywhere. Toyota still makes them, everything. There's aftermarket stuff. But these clips that come from the original wiring harness, these clips, they get very brittle because they get warm and they break a lot. And these safety clips right here, same thing. They get brittle. We checked out the oil earlier and it was actually not terrible. Like I've said before, the 1MZ is not a race car engine. It is a commuter car engine. It has very tiny oil galleys to send the oil throughout the engine. So people don't normally take care of these. The oil gets very sludgy very quick and that jams up the galleys and then oil can't get to places and that's why engines fail. So that's how that works. So we're going to do a compression test on 2, 4, and 6. We're just going to pull these coil packs off and put the compression down there. What we're looking for, our magic number is 200. We want 200 psi. If we get 200 psi out of these three, we're probably going to be pretty good on the other ones. This thing sounds great. I had no problem driving it up on the trailer. It's got plenty of torque and all of that. So we're going to, you know what we should do is pull the fuel pump or unplug fuel pump while I do this, but that's cool. Trying not to break this. I'm trying to be nice and smooth with it. There we go. Because these guys have been on here for a very long time. And they probably have not been off of this car. I don't think these have ever been off of here. So this is our backup engine for our race car. Until this winter, when we can. Did he break? Nope, he just unclipped. Yay! This is just old school ABS plastic, and it breaks very, very easily. So you have to be kind of forceful. But also kind of careful. There we go. We got them off. These will be 10 millimeters for all three of these. Hey, Brian, can you pull the fuel pump fuse? So we'll get him loose here. And then we'll zoom him off with this. Normally you just get a big zoomer and zoom it off, and I'm trying to be careful. Hey, resale.
Some other guys resale. Oh, wait. You have a diagram.
Oh, tell me you didn't break the diagram in half.
Parts of it, yeah.
So then these guys wiggle out, and that's where your spark plug goes in. So set this in a safe spot.
EFI.
Yes, I like that fuse.
So when you're doing these, you want to leave the start relay in, but you want to remove the EFI relay so that you don't have coil packs and injectors firing while you're cranking.
You don't want fuel in there.
Fuel in the chamber unfired with a compression tester does not mean a fun time.
And it's not.
That's every 16-year-old's first warning lesson.
Yeah.
And an expensive one. Once you ruin a compression tester, you never forget.
This is a spark plug socket that's designed for spark plugs.
Oh, you're
because it actually holds the spark plug.
And Kev has the nice
magnetic ones. And he has the special double tip trimodium.
Oh, some E3s.
Yeah.
No, those aren't E3s. Those are Denso Iridiums.
Yeah, these are Denso Iridiums.
Hey, those are brand new. We're going to put those back in.
We're putting these. We are actually going to put these back in the car. These are actually really nice plugs. Yeah, we can make fun of them all we want, but they're actually nice plugs. Yeah. We'll mock them all we want, but those are nice plugs. Also race on them in an emergency. We could do a bore scope down there too. Just put the bore scope down and look. You want to look down there before we? Before we run compression?
You may have a better idea what the bore looks like.
Huh? You sure? Yeah.
It's actually surprisingly clean for 240. Thank you for reminding me of mileage. I almost forgot to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's surprisingly clean for 240 is what I would say.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I took my Mazda's first engine apart, and I was like, why does it still have cross-hatching on the cylinder walls? This should have scoring.
I did that on my Miata. I'm like, how come? Or no, it was on that one MZ. I was like, there's still cross-hatching on here.
Mm-hmm.
Power button.
I will say these motors are obviously pretty stout.
They are pretty stout if they're taken care of. If you run oil changes regularly, you'll be in pretty good shape. We're gonna go down the borehole here. Careful not to put crap inside there.
Dude, it looks good. It looks real good.
What do you?
Oh yeah!
Wow!
Oh yeah! Take that to the camera. Bring the camera to that.
Just swap sides. It can't really see it. It's
Yeah,
a little too bright.
But anyway, what we're seeing here is a piston that's got barely any carbon on top of it and a cylinder wall that looks like somebody has recently machined it in the last 2 years.
So yeah, come up a little bit. Pull the
There's
camera.
our valve. Our valve and our valve seat looks great. Cylinder head's got a tiny little bit of carbon on it.
No, you're in the spark plug hole. You're on the side camera. Whoops, that's
the side camera's money for this.
Well,
oh, you got to push the button on the USB cable, right?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so there's our piston top. That's not hateful.
Pull back. Yeah.
That looks like a tiny little bit of leaky valve seals, but that's
carbon.
Literally all that is.
Yeah, this is just carbon on there.
And then hit the side view.
That's a spark plug, so you got to go down.
So our valve looks great. Our head looks great. And we've got cross hatching still, which is beautiful.
You can still see the cross hatching on the sides. This thing's actually in really good shape.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
This is the best Facebook Marketplace find I've found in years.
For $300. So we'll power off. We can check the next one too.
This bore scope is infinitely helpful.
I think it was like $100.
It was worth every penny. I need to order the exact one because when I used it on
I'll send
my
you a
cousin's
link.
car, I was able to then email him photos in
All right.
2 seconds.
So come back and compression test. John, you got a magic number? We want to be between 200 and 220. I think OEM is 215.
I'm saying anything 180 and up with any differential less than 10 psi between cylinders.
Okay, so I'm going to say a magic number of 200. No differential pressure lock, nothing. 200.
So if you're
I know what it is, but I'm trying to simplify it all.
People who are watching, if you're ever looking for soundness,
just simplify it.
No cylinder should have a difference of 10 psi between.
Correct.
All of them should be within 10 psi of each other, plus or minus. And then if you get one that's plus 10 and one that's negative 10, then that's a differential of 20, and you got.
We're gonna do a whole other thing where Brian explains leak down, and that will be another 6-hour video you can find on his channel. Yeah.
My channel that I haven't uploaded anything to yet. I have it, and it started, and the page is all there and stuff.
So we
haven't
have.
uploaded any of the videos because I cannot stand sitting in Adobe for 8 hours at a time.
We have a spark plug threaded tube in here, connects with a quick release to our gauge, which is going to tell us we want to be just between 210 and 240 is where we want to be. So.
If it's anything above 200, that's my number.
That's what, dude. None of these bugs are going to hurt you guys. You guys all absolutely shit your pants with all these bugs.
No, it blew my eye. That scared me. Doesn't know what the hell it was.
All right, am I cranking? Am I the only one who knows how to crank? All right. All right, you ready? Hold on.
Something's off. There's no way that's possible.
What?
I'll show you.
Where did
Just
that
stand there
go?
and hold it. I'll crank.
There should be a little black release button here. Plastic.
It was literally on when I picked it up.
Hmm.
Brian, hold on. Where did you set it at?
I set it right here.
Check on that side. If it's underneath the car or anything. Take my phone.
No, I don't see anything. It's all right. We can still. It's hard on my thumb. Go ahead. Hang on. Go ahead. Don't give it gas. Stop. It's 180. Keep. All right. Put it back in your pants and start it again. Go ahead. Okay. We're at 190 right here. That's really good.
Dude, I was scared for a minute. John and I were looking at each other like,
Well, that stupid little
somebody
thing
just
popped
looked
off. I don't know where the hell
Yeah.
it would have gone. It was literally there. I could see it in the video. Literally there when I picked it up.
I don't
So
know
weird.
where that thing
And then
went.
as soon as you started cranking, it just
Looking for
wasn't
the
there.
little button, the little black cover. For
gone forever. We'll find it once the engine's out. It'll be
Alright.
hanging in the battery tray or something. So that's how it always works with stuff like that on tools. It's the one piece of the tool that doesn't seem useful until it's gone.
It
You're
just
like, well, it makes
sticks
it
your
really hard to use without.
it sticks your thumb really good. You know what? And I want to be careful with these plugs. I want to make sure they all match because there might be one like this buddy had an extra.
No. Here's what I'll tell you about these cars. To do the plugs, you have to pull the intake manifold. People hate pulling intake manifolds.
So they'll do
anyway.
them.
So
Yeah.
they will do 3 plugs and not all 6.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or they'll do the 5 that they can get to, and number 6 was too much of a pain, so they left number 6. Oh, what was it that I found that on a customer car? And they took it to another shop. I was like,
So
"Get back."
we're done. Number 6. Sorry, I'm scratching my chest, and that's exactly what I'm.
That's cool too. Timing belt done in the last 50,000 miles. All about that. That's so rare. Like at 200,000 miles for somebody to go, you know what I think I'll do? Timing service.
Where are they recommended it?
Oh, I'm sure it was like 80,000.
I
100,000.
don't know.
They may have had 2 or 3 different timing services done that. We don't know.
That's oh, you know why it's not reading high? I'm a complete idiot. Because the throttle body's closed. Sorry, I forgot to open throttle. You have the throttle body open, so it sucks in air. Yeah, that was my fault. My apologies. We'll zoom this off really quick, and we'll stick a screwdriver in the throttle body. Oh. How the hell are these two upside down like that? Hey, Brian, I forgot. We forgot. The throttle body wasn't even open.
Yeah, I heard you say that, and it instantly made me smile because I'm like, now I know it's going to be real good.
What is with these clamps?
They suck. I normally just rip that whole thing off.
Yeah, well, I need it. You know what? We're just gonna jam screwdriver open because it's still sucking air.
Just get a zip tie. Just get a zip tie and
I
draw
want a
that.
zip tie.
Yeah, you just pull it back and tie it partially open right here.
Heads up.
Oh.
Hey, look, he's open.
All right.
Awesome.
I'll crank it again.
No, I don't have it in.
Oh, ruiner. Shove it back in the hole.
I will. Give me a minute to take the spark plug back out. Jeez.
Oh,
I think this is like
dude, you got so far ahead of yourself.
You think this is an NHRA crew or something?
Well, I do treat all of my vehicles like they're a racecraft. Just burn through spark plugs in my place. I threw away like $60 in spark plugs 2 weeks after putting them in the car.
What did I do with it?
And it fouled all of them. And I don't have one of those little spark plug blasters anymore. You remember those?
Oh yeah, Craig still has one.
I know he does. I don't have one anymore, and I'm bummed. Like, get another one that works because my old one broke, and I was just using his when I worked for him.
So this is the deal. We have the throttle open so that air can go in and get compressed. Because what it was doing before is just taking whatever air was in there and compressing it, and that's why one of the reasons why it took so long, took so many cranks. And we're at 0. Why is this in my? Go ahead. Stop. Stop. Keep going. Do it once more. Stop. We're done. 235.
Whoa!
Go look.
Dude, I found gold in a rust pile.
Not yet. One cylinder has 235. Settle down.
That good?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm convinced the rest of them will match. That is incredible.
Dude, those are NME numbers. Those are Nate Millicent numbers. That's what we had in that car after the rebuild. Not with 248 on it.
That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing compression. Right here. Hey.
Dude, yeah. That's, I'll get a photo of that. That's friggin' brilliant.
See, this is the hard part. You have to use your nail to release the pressure. So yeah, that's a nice one on number 6. Everyone jumps up and down, but don't forget there's 5 more. So put our spark plug back in here. Yeah, we're gonna run some Techron through this. We're gonna run some valve cleaner. This thing's gonna be great. Actually, you know what? We're not running jack through this. We're gonna leave the damn thing alone.
Yep.
All right, time for we'll put that coil pack back on so we don't mismatch coil packs.
238.
235 on number 6 with 248,000 miles on it. That's a bonkers number. Put him back in place. We got a number 4 here. And get the spark plug out. Be kind of careful with spark plugs.
If you're like me, you'll drop it on the floor at least twice before you try to regap it.
This doesn't feel very good.
You probably still put it back in the car on the gap and drive it around.
That one just felt really weird coming out of there.
It's a 31-year-old car. It doesn't. That car had 3.5 cylinders for a little while.
Might have just been carbon and crap in the plug. So yeah, it's just corrosion and crap. This plug also looks really good. Really good. White at the tip, black around the edges. Yeah, there's just some crap on the threads. So set him over there. Oh, are we running the bore scope down that guy?
Yeah.
Go for it.
And the Frog Racing team had a really bad accident at Burke Hill Climb hit a tree head on 85 miles an hour, uprooted the tree, tree fell onto the car, roll cage saved their life, but they both have orthopedic injuries.
Ouch.
Yeah. And the damage is unreal. If you don't know frog racing, they do the frog racing videos on YouTube. If you're interested in stage rally, you want to learn about stage rally, they're the
Where's the
biggest
borescope?
wealth of knowledge. It's probably put away because you and I have OCD. It's misplaced terribly right now. It's sitting on the hutch. He's partially put away.
Where's?
It's in there. It's in the case.
Did you seriously put it away?
Oh yeah, yeah. I hate damaging tools.
I know, but we were going to use it.
All right, I'll
Next
leave them up on
cylinder.
the hutch with the scope plugged in. And then that way, I always forget you got a power button on this thing to turn it on. And they
It's
do
okay.
that so you can't just bump it in the case and turn it on. It's brilliant for dumb folks like me.
All right. Oh, hang on. I got to straighten this because he's all kinds of bent. This is a deep well going all the way through there.
Hey, same situation. This is brilliant. So you can see you can't see anything because it doesn't like the screen. Anyway, you can still see the radial machine marks on the top of the piston and
the lettering.
lettering in the top of the piston. There's very little carbon. And then if we switch camera views, go down just a touch, a little bit more.
Hey, valve's open.
There's our valve that's open. Our valve seats look like hammered dog poo in a couple areas at the edge, but that's normal
closed.
because
They
it's
look
carbon.
really good.
Yeah, there's
and
no
there's-
vent valves or nothing.
Yeah, we have some gnarly carbon.
That's
crustacean.
actually not that bad.
No, the green looks green to me. But yeah,
It does
the
kind of look like maybe something went for a little bit of a ride right there. Maybe
that's just ringland. Maybe, I don't know.
go down a little bit more. See the bore.
That's as far down as I can
Oh,
go.
because the piston's up.
Yeah.
But the bore's hop looks good.
You still have cross hatching on the
Yep.
on the sides there. So this engine's been fairly decent maintained. We have to do some valve cleaner stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when it's running, it'll clean that off. Let's.
Always walnut blast them.
Well, we've got a bunch of really good valve cleaners. We can get in there. Seafoam, right? We've got really good valve clean stuff. Well, some of it works pretty well.
That's what people say, but I'm like, it either is good or
All right.
it's fixed.
Go ahead. On this one, I'm just gonna say 200 all the way around. As smooth as this thing is running, so you guys can watch it. Hang on. Stop! It's not registering anything.
That's what it was doing.
Hang on. All right, try it again. Stop. Give it a second. And go ahead. Stop. 235.
Woo, man! Get even cylinder pressure on.
I don't know if you guys can see that. 235 right there.
That's impressed. Those rings. Oh, there's like still this is certified pre-owned, and then it got totaled. And I bet you what it is because the guy bought it at like 48,000 miles or something. I bet you anything he just kept it like perfectly dealer service the whole time.
Maybe.
Because there was that $300 oil change.
All right. Stop jacking with stuff.
I really think they should put the shifter in the middle where it's most natural for us men.
And least natural for women. Good call.
I don't know about that.
We date different women. Oh, yeah. Let's put the spark plug back in. Where'd you go? Over here. So we're very happy. Oh, I put that as number 5. That's actually, wait. No, this is 135. So yeah, sorry. I got the numbering backwards.
And number 1's on the timing side. Number 5 is at the transmission side. So you're on 3 now.
Yeah, there's. Oh no, it just cleaned off a bunch of that crap. So the threads were a little gunky coming out because they, I don't know, corrosion or water came in there or something, and got them.
The coilover plugs, what happens is they condensate.
You got
between the
condensation,
coil
yeah.
and the plug.
Right in here is where it gets.
That steam gets down in between the spark plug threads, and it actually starts extricating oil out through the threads. It's kind of an interesting scientific anomaly that happens in engines.
So this guy can come out now. So yeah, let me fix the board quick because that's gonna bug me.
So far, we are doing a lot better than Team Pokemon.
Yeah.
20. I will never forget that. Probably
Just because it was written on the back of their spoiler. That was the funny part.
that was also hilarious. They're
Yeah.
like, just start writing.
This is how bad it is. Yeah.
Where do we write it down? Oh, right here on the bar.
Right in front of us. Yeah, those guys were GM electrical engineers.
Yeah.
They had some cool electrical going on in their car.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
a lot
one
of
has
cool
the same
electrical going on in the car.
corrosion condensation.
Yeah.
Corrosion from
I'll like buzz
condensation.
them out with the impact.
Oh, God, please don't buzz out your spark plugs.
You put the spark plug socket on there and you rip them out the impact real fast.
Okay, guys, just for the record, about 80% of what Brian says don't do.
Yeah, unless you work on cars full time for a living, don't take chances.
When I say do that, that means it's okay to do. Otherwise, don't do
The real
it.
trick if you're gonna do that is on like Ford Transits.
Jesus.
Dude, it doesn't get any better than this.
This plug's beautiful as well.
Man.
I mean, these plugs are really, really nice.
So
So
Ford Transit's the 3.5 V6 that's in them. The spark plugs are a notorious pain to get out, just like on the Tritons. And the trick with Ford motors is if you are worried about plugs not coming out, you take them out and you drive them like you're about to trade it in or you just freshly stole it on a test
turn on the
drive.
borescope.
And go down a little bit more. Ooh, that one looks pretty good. Come up a little bit. Up a little more.
Hide it from all of us.
Up a little more.
See, we got some burning on the sides, but I think that's from the plugs.
That's
And
just
then-
where the air get. They're clean. It's not burning.
Hang
It's just
on.
a clean piston top. That's great. There's a little bit of
Look!
carbon valve, but it's tons of friggin'.
The cross hatching is
Cross-hatching
all
still.
still there on the cylinder walls.
It's incredible.
We have a little bit of witness mark for the rings at the top of the cylinder, which is totally normal, especially with 248. We got carbon and stuff on there. It will clean all that stuff off. The other good part is we'll be running really nice gas in here, which will hopefully clean all that stuff off.
Give it the little liquid moly treatment, liquid moly Jetron, and then
Sure.
you give it the old Seafoam, and you give it the Shell 93 at about 5,000 RPM for a few miles. It cleans itself out. On the Ford motors, you got to take them out and drive them, get them super, super hot, and then you bring them in and you leave the coil packs on the plug until you're ready to take that plug out. And then you have to use an impact.
Okay.
If you use a ratchet, it will just strip the threads. I still am bothered by the fact that you can't just turn them out by hand.
I'll do that if you start the car.
I'll set this right here.
We might need it for something else. So. All right, let's see what number one does. Stop. And go ahead. Stop. 240.
Man. Dude, I'm staying up on Marketplace every night from now on.
Just don't send them the group chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Dude, I couldn't be happier right now. That makes me feel so much better.
I mean,
about
look,
pestering you to go get this thing.
John. I mean, it's.
Friggin' penned
I'm
out,
not pumping anything up.
That's wild.
You guys,
That's absolutely insane.
you guys can see it.
Dumping that in the
240.
Right now.
Right there. I haven't moved this thing from the engine. And OEM spec is 218
On the low end.
max. Just for delivering an engine, it's got to be within 10% of 218. We are well past that.
Or if it's got plenty of ring gap because of the miles. You would think it would.
Everything is seated wonderfully, and we still have cross hatching on the walls. After 248, that's unreal.
There's no marking on this that say it's a junkyard motor or anything.
Nope. You would normally see like the pink.
Exactly. Yeah. See, and that's what I last time.
Nothing.
With that Miata in the group that you can tell was it had the pink paint marker underneath.
On which one?
The valve cover. That pink, that cut up Miata. What was that in the group chat?
I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember it. My buddy Angel found a really killer one in Alabama, but I think it had a salvage title from something. But it was like $6,000. It was beautiful. It was a limited edition guy or Millennium Edition or whatever. All right. Do we?
On that note, it's 11:30.
Well, I'm just wondering if John's like, I got, yeah, I've got underwear I need to fold. We can actually pretty easily get to this. Shit, do we do the other ones?
Dude, I wouldn't even touch.
I think John's got a point.
Honestly.
Crank it over wrench once it gets out.
Three good.
Well, we can also,
above the compression rates that they should be at. That's a good enough backup engine. With that kind of compression, I don't care what the other three have. Those three are good. That's all I need to get through a race.
Yeah.
You know
right,
what I
that's a
mean?
Geo Metro.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't care.
1.5 liters. I'm already Earth Dreams
I'm giving this
with only 3 cylinders.
Those 3 cylinders, I'm giving them hell.
It is actually pretty
What this thing
amazing.
puts out power wise?
240. 240 horsepower is or 220. No, 240 horsepower is that's amazing.
Pretty healthy.
This is the healthiest 1MZ I've ever pulled. I will absolutely say that right now.
Imagine this thing has better compression than the race car.
Is right now this is equal to,
That's all. Imagine.
but that one's been rebuilt
Exactly.
by a 1MZ Pro and myself, and this one has been sitting in this car in Michigan for 30 years. Where was the coil pack? Put up here. Everything's black, so it blends in. That's amazing.
Battery's relatively new too. Year old.
Oh, maybe it did fully rebuild. I thought it was older than that. Oh no, it's the one in the Scuba that's totally dead. Yeah. So this thing probably did rebuild. Sure. Yeah, because you can't take it to the junkyard with battery in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's your Scuba battery.
I can. I just don't.
Those numbers are a complete and total shock to me.
I could not be happier.
That is a
I feel like
huge
pig
deal.
rolling around in a pigsty.
That is a absolutely huge deal. At 250,000 miles to have better than OEM compression. I'm okay with that.
And that one's been gone through and put it out under the heads and stuff.
Yeah, Nate did all the barreling and filleting of the heads, and this is taking a shot right here. Well, yeah, because this was all broken, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, you could probably take this thing back and start selling parts off. And then we got back here. I
This is incredible. I'm
started looking at it.
absolutely blown away.
It's got a lot of dents. Then we found the rocker panels. And we went, whoa, it's got a lot of rust.
So now comes the fun part. This is all the EGR, the emission stuff. All of this stuff comes off. and gets thrown away, discarded, recycled, however you want to do it.
After the engine's out.
Yeah, all this stuff comes off. A couple of things have to come off with the exhaust, but all of this stuff goes away. Our fuel rails, it is not the return system. It is the returnless system. So I have to get different fuel rails. Oh, well.
Yeah.
They're not.
Dude, you're only in it. $400 with
Yeah.
gas at this point. You can't beat that.
No.
And you have a trans.
And working cruise control.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
Dude, and the race car,
Originally, that's the
dude,
plan.
Under caution, I could be so about having cruise
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Cruise control on the way to Dayton Cars and Coffee.
Would have been nice.
Talk me into it.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Occasionally, it is a nice thing. Imagine taking the Atom to Cars and Coffee and Dayton. Think
I would drive the Atom.
I would do it.
That's a
I already
long drive
Dude,
in a
I-
seat that's
I
this
already
soft.
drive as close to the Atom as you can get as far as lack of comfort, noise, and no amenities. My car pretty much is on the same tier of lack of accommodations. I'll drive anything anywhere.
Just for grins.
It is. It is. It's kind of rough because there's no couplers, there's no AC, there isn't even side windows.
It's because once you get going, there isn't much wind that even comes in the car.
It gets hot really
It comes from the
fast.
side.
Yeah, at least I have roof vents. I actually have the MR2 beat in amenities a little bit. Mazda.
I think a lot of things like that thing beat.
The Atom.
This wrench has that beat.
I don't
in
know.
it.
Honestly.
I don't know. Oh, maybe let's take the radiator out first. Bud.
There's
Right.
no way. I just popped
Yeah.
250,000 miles. I just
Yeah.
popped the
You
O2
need to
sensor
use
off.
O2 sensors on.
No sauce, no heat. And just popped the O2 sensor right off of
Wow, look how clean that
there. I
thing
know.
is. Dude.
We're reusing this.
Yeah. This is awesome.
This
Stay
is,
up on Marketplace
dude, don't
forever.
tell the guy. Tell the guy compression barely made it. We got to rebuild this. Don't tell him how awesome it was.
I'm gonna tell him, hey, Venmo me $100 because I got to dispose of this car, and I thought that I was getting 3 cats out of it because that's what you told me. It doesn't have any cats. It's
Yeah,
got
I
no
and
residue.
David were looking at it. It's nothing.
Yeah.
About that.
No,
Yeah.
the cats were gone a long time ago.
What's interesting is
But
the
that
cats
also-
are gone. It has no check engine light. Someone do this.
And it actually doesn't sound bad. It's not
No.
like overly like obnoxious.
No,
or anything. Not
no,
at
it
all.
has the
Maybe it's a
original
little
big.
cheap replacement cat.
It has the big Toyota muffler.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to put that on the limo.
You need to put that on the MR6. You need to put anything, something on the MR6. Blast pipes.
Just
over-
a blast
way up
pipe?
over
Both
it.
Suzuki pipes.
The
Yeah.
last pipe to get it out past the rear.
By the way, did
pipe,
you see the
please.
back of it?
Yeah.
No, since it came back from the body shop.
Oh, you took it to the body shop?
Take a look, man. You might like that.
It's real good. Really good enough. We're just doing a rough hold.
We've got to do hammering.
I didn't even think
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Super stealth. So we're gonna have to go up underneath, and we'll undo the exhaust. And
You have soles all right.
yeah.
Cut wherever you please. And
Okay.
then unbolt what you want.
Let's take the battery out.
That's the great thing about
We're done
getting parts
starting.
cars for race engines. Like, it's not like my parts car where I don't really want to cut the car up because I actually am keeping the shell as a spare shell. You know, you're like, spare chassis shell. Who does that?
Yeah, I need
Well,
suspension
I
or
have rolled my car onto its side. It has been on fire. It has a different engine, different transmission than it came with. You can see daylight through the floorboards.
spares are good.
Oh, and it's been wrecked. It got hit by a case as well. So that was how the party started. So this car, I don't have to be nice to because we're not keeping the shell. I just got to be nice to this little gem right here. Got a coolant drain fan. Can we get the coolant out of this fella?
Of course, the stupid
Yeah,
Fuse
why would you
box.
attach it to that?
the fuse box holder is
Yeah,
attached to.
It's got a tab right.
I know,
there.
but I have shit in my hands. I'm totally full.
Oh, that's better than having shit in your pants and being totally empty.
Yeah. Got it?
Yeah,
Good. All right.
more scrap weight. That's genius.
I don't know how.
There's something so good about throwing stuff into a car that you know is going to the junkyard. You don't have to be be nice. To the
Why do
interior.
people enjoy destroying stuff so much?
You know why? Because I work really hard to have nice things. So when
Yeah.
I get to have fun with something that I don't have to care about, that makes it that much more rewarding.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
you see what I drive daily.
Isn't it more
I don't
rewarding
drive a
to?
nice car daily, but it's money on a nice car to daily. I can guarantee you.
Isn't it more rewarding to build stuff and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this thing's awesome?
That's what I did. I took a free car and turned it into a $500 car. Now people take photos of it, talk to me at gas stations about it. I'm like, it's really slow and it's super loud, but I appreciate your.
They're trying to figure out how it's still street legal.
Dude, the local municipal police departments are wondering the same thing. For real. One of my friends is one of the local law enforcement officers. He's been on me for years.
They're
Please
begging.
so people quit calling me. And, it's like
Begging for a
like,
reason to pull you over.
Dude, I promise you, I'm working on putting an exhaust on the car. And then I went to go work on the exhaust, and I got all the way past the gas tank and was starting to make the loop to go over the subframe. And I roll it under the car past the subframe and discovered the whole right rear frame rail was gone. The bottom of it had rusted out in like a 10, 12-inch section, and now it's rusted out all the way to the subframe.
All that
So
says to me
subframe is
is
welded back into
that
the
you're
chassis of the
changing
car.
your search criteria on Marketplace.
To 93 miles of protege teal anywhere in the United States.
No.
Because at this point, I'm desperate. It needs to be the same color, the same.
Need a
exact
new
vehicle.
car, less than 100,000 miles, within 100 miles of where I live.
Exact same vehicle, preferably less than 100,000 miles. But beggars can't be choosers.
And speaking of loud cars, Joey got his car done.
I saw that in the group message. Yeah. And what are you laughing for? John never smiles. So when John smiles, it's something real good.
So we went up to Easton,
What?
Cash.
Yeah.
Went up to Easton
What do you-
Thursday to do the whole roll ordeal.
No. That stays in the car. It's not coming out of the car.
No, it's in the way. We get coolant out.
What?
Yeah,
It- it coolant drains out.
The trunk.
This has a drain. This has a drain. Yeah, there's a green pan over there, and there's a petcock at the bottom.
Yeah.
Don't. It doesn't have to come out.
What are you doing? Dropping?
It's dropping out the bottom.
You're gonna take the subframe out?
What? No, this comes out the bottom. Comes out. Well, the axles will come off. It'll come out the bottom.
I took the worn out.
Promise. But that is the hardest possible way to do that.
I don't know. I did it in half of an hour. I cut the whole front of the car off though.
Some of us actually give a shit. So that's why it takes us longer. That's why it takes us longer. Stop. Stop. Find the petcock. Drain that way. If you do this, it's going to be in my way. It's going to make a bigger mess, and it's going to be in the way when we try and drop this thing.
Like David never left.
Dude. There's a petcock on the bottom.
There's not a petcock on the bottom.
Yes. What'd you do with that bracket?
Scrap.
Where did you dispose of it?
Into the vehicle. It said everything needed to stay in the car, so it's in the car. Where's this radio?
I swear to God, I don't speak English. Is that what everyone fucking hears? Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Brian, where is the radiator bracket?
Dude, it's gonna be in my way. Look where I'm working.
That's why you go under the car when we cut the exhaust off. You can have your violence shortly.
Just take the lower radiator.
Take that battery out of there.
So, anyways,
Who gave you Milwaukee pliers?
I bought them.
I didn't know you were in Milwaukee.
What?
all of a sudden.
Take the battery out of the car. We'll raise it up. You can have all your violence.
I don't like doing engine stuff with coolant.
That's okay. I got the battery. No problem. It's not cross-threaded. It's just tight.
Well, there we go.
Into the pan.
I just don't like doing engine stuff with coolant in the car.
Neither do I.
Coolant's the devil.
What?
It gets in your skin and stuff. I don't like it. It's my least favorite chemical. Oh my god, they have the right color coolant in it. It's pink and it's
No
like
way.
brand new.
No way.
Dude.
Dude, this car's a unicorn. There's no way.
So don't know, modern coolants are all updated. They have different dyes.
Normally that would be green or brown.
The last engine that I flew from a Solara for us to have a spare engine, it had green coolant in it.
That was half brown.
Yeah, and it was not clean coolant. And this coolant, this car had the timing service done at 199,000. It's got 248 on it now. And this coolant looks like it was put in 5,000 miles ago, maybe.
Where
it's
is
almost
the...
crystal clear with tinge of pink. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I gotta save this radiator because it probably fits my Mazda. And it's sealed. So
I gotta save this Cat D9 engine because it probably fits in the Protege.
Yep.
I'll just put it in the back and carry it around for 6 months.
Well,
Oh, look at this turbo.
Hey, you'll love this. When I built, like, went through the engines in the car now, I carried it to my condo in the back seat, and then I carried the engine that came out of the car to the shop in the back seat of the car. But I also took my STI engine from the shop to my house to put it to switch the intake manifolds on it, and then I took
Just so you guys know, it's okay to throw stuff away. It really is.
No, it's wasteful. I live in a throwaway society, but I'm not a throwaway guy. I'm a fixer.
Okay, so this car is hood belt now.
Oh,
Joey?
Yeah.
Next time you get video, can you
Yeah.
stand in Cincinnati and take it?
It is incredibly loud.
Why? Does he have earplugs in? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, it literally
Yeah.
has earphones in. So we were out on Morse Road. He was doing he has HP tuner, so he's remote tuning. Doing revision, sending it back and forth. You'd floor it, it would flatline. It wouldn't fucking do anything. You hear the turbo light, but it wouldn't do anything. Well, we're going back up to Easton. The tag's expired in 2019.
You better stay behind that
Dude,
guy.
they don't care. So
It's hood dump 6 liter, and an auto car. Here's just sitting there. Of course, to get going, it's got a huge stall.
Yeah.
Once you get going, it's pretty tight, but it's got like a 3,200 stall in it. So we're taking off. We let the cop get like all the way through the intersection. Like, oh, we weren't paying attention. We load up on the stall. It goes up like 4,000 RPM.
God.
Get the fucking go anywhere. It's just funny. Of course, I guess he finally got it. The tune figured out. He's gonna try and figure out this weekend to race.
Brian, get ready. Oh,
do you think that I was going to get to destroy something?
yeah. Hang on. Give me a second.
Over here cleaning lubes from earlier. I stabbed myself in the finger with a big old gnarly piece of metal at the shop, and I'm past due on my tetanus shot, so I got to do wound care real quick.
See how long are tennis shops been?
7 years. It's been 11 years since I had a tetanus shot. 12 years, 13 years since I had a tetanus shot. Whenever I crushed my hand, is the last time I got one. Oh no, I got one when I had MRSA. 2013, 2012.
I got one shot myself. I don't remember how long that was. 5 years ago? 6 or 7 years ago.
Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, for real. It does feel. It does feel like it was yesterday. It still hurts.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where'd you shoot yourself?
In the foot.
Oh wow.
Fucked my way out of surgery like an idiot. Your big toe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like trying to move my whole fucking foot. I'm like, yeah, you can move just my big toe.
Brian, here, something you can throw away and destroy and kill. Not in my shop. You can throw in the back of the car. Hey, there's bird feathers in here. Oh. All right. This is actually a good air filter.
Hey,
Just had it detailed. Yeah. No, it's not. He closed.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
No business.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude,
This
detailing's one of my
stays.
slowest businesses. Why I do everything that I do. And I have so many people ask me, like, dude, why
But
don't
he
you
had
just
a-
do the detailing? It seems really easy. Like,
The biggest
Fees
problem
my
was
money.
he wasn't scamming people. He wasn't doing anything under the table. He was 100% legit, and that was probably the biggest problem. He did really good work, and he's a solid guy, and that's so hard to get away with these days. People want bullshit. They want YouTube flash. They want drama. They want everything else. They don't want
5 detailers working on the car for 6 hours, making it a showpiece, and then giving it back to him for $300.
300. Dude, you're gonna do a chargeback on 300.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. Did you see that guy ordered all the carbon fiber stuff for his C8 and then did a chargeback, and the company outed him? The company was like, everything you got was perfect. No chargebacks, bucko.
Showing the photos. before
Oh,
the package shipped.
Yep. They knew what was coming because they'd heard this guy had done this stuff before. And they completely outed him on all social media. So sorry, bucko. What the hell, man? Oh my God. Okay, so airbox stuff. Yeah. These guys have all corroded out. That's a problem, but to be expected.
And the old man just had to cut that piece of metal off. Freaking
Saw this rubber and stuff, just sees so much heat all the time, and this is 30 years. He just rips apart. But he's not petrified. He's still rubber. But he's all done. Do not need him anymore. We are going to save this tube, and we're going to use it for measuring PCB. So we're going to save this guy. He's torn at the end, but how the hell is that clamp still on there?
Dude,
Jesus.
they're the worst clamps ever. I
They're just
destroy
terrible.
those all the time. The wire clamps.
These 2 wire clamps.
Those wire clamps are
Yeah.
the worst design.
We have our
And to get rid of them, you have to cut the little nub off of the boot so you can put a normal clamp on.
this is our cruise control / throttle cable, and he comes out. Nope. Another 10. I think he's a 10 or 12. He's 12. So this is our how bizarre. Hold it on the other side too.
There's something in there. Get a little neodymium magnet. Try to push it out. You don't have any neos out here, do you?
Magnets are on the left wall of the hutch.
Are any of them neodymium?
I have no clue. All right. Throttle cable's out. It feels like it might be.
It had a lot more.
Okay.
You can tell the difference when you pick it up off of the metal. A lot more fluid, especially on small magnets. Neodymium's freaking grab.
Okay. Battery tray. All done.
trying to get debris on the finger here. Wondering what to do with the magnet.
Now this bracket, this is an exciter, and this is our MAF control. So we're going to take this hardware with us. Because it's extras and we can use that. John, you want to pull that driver's seat?
Yeah.
Oh, built-in bolt storage. Beautiful. Car, they've got built-in full frame. Yeah.
Because you know what's coming.
Well, that's why I made my like 1/8-inch perforated aluminum orders there for every time I work on it.
John, I think those are 14s. And here comes a zoomer. Let me know if you need extensions or anything. Probably. You should just take it off up there. You're just going to take the whole hose. Okay. There's a little, no, that's pink out of there. That's not brown.
Yeah, it's pink, dude.
It's crazy.
It's not even like pink. It's like clear with a tinge of pink. Like it was totally fine. Like if you look up here in the fill neck, it's so clean.
Yeah, this was the guy that was a pain in the ass when we were taking it out. This is a welded bracket in here for the battery tray. And you can only take out the cruise control bracket. And we were trying to get it out of another car. That was the huge pain. I remember that now.
You might run into a small issue.
What's that?
Battery's not it's not electric sheet.
Oh, I can hook the battery back up if you need it. I don't know how this guy comes off of here. Like that. Oh, like that. Beauty.
Just friggin' hose. It can be on there for all I care because
This
he's
guy?
in there like swimwear.
Okay.
Give him the old Hawk 12.
Oh boy.
I heard that gal was a teacher and she got fired for that. I'm like,
She didn't get fired or she wasn't a teacher?
She is a teacher, but she
okay. I saw that going around today. I'm glad that's not true. What's that? Oh. Well.
And it's
Even
off.
better if she said that then. It's beautiful.
You wanted the radiator hose? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you've done it a couple of times. Why is it so hard to put tools back where they go? It's so surprising. I don't know if this guy's got the torque. Oh, yeah. Huh? I think so. And I think it can be unbolted. Or the motors can be unbolted.
You're gonna put this seat in the car?
Bracket.
Yeah, but there's
Seat
you have a racing
bracket.
seat bracket, right?
No, we have a slider in the car.
Oh my god.
I'm just using the slider out of this. Maybe, if we can. if possible, I would like to do that. So
I didn't know the seat slid in the car. I never moved it.
So this guy is the one. This guy's already loose. I need those 212s again.
Awesome. Last few days.
I am with you. On that one. And I don't know what that was. Stay there. Unplug cruise control. All these plugs are like really easy to get out too. This is the cruise control unit. And he's electro servo. And he pulls the cable. All right. Well,
Dude, I am
we'll do as much as we can. I'll get as much as I can tomorrow.
I already drink a ton of water. I can't possibly drink anymore.
We have all this stuff. We're just going to get out of the way.
Probably 4 or 5 months. Like I don't drink soda. I allow myself one soda.
We have our charcoal line here. Yeah, this is part of the evap, so he can come off. And it's another way to take stuff off is just cut the rubber. Just cut a slit right down the tube. There we go. He is off. Stay there. Stay there.
No, you know what's impressive? I ripped this section of the windshield out without cracking the whole windshield. Dude, that is some impressive glue. That is incredible.
What?
I went to go rip the mirror down thinking that the mirror would break, but I ripped out the center of the windshield without breaking it. And I don't know whether I'm more impressed by the glass from PGW or the mirror that PGW glued on there. Save life for whoever dropped this. It's pretty good stuff, eh? Gosh, junkyard cars are the best. I remember Junkyard Wars. You guys watch Junkyard Wars? Yeah. I feel like if you didn't grow up on Junkyard Wars, you're probably part of the culture problem we have nowadays. A whole unsmoked cigarette. Oh! Kevin loves heaters.
American spirit.
I'm okay.
Dude, that's a $5.80 cigarette.
Yeah.
I'll burn that. Hell.
I'm terrified of.
Woohoo!
I'm terrified of what is actually underneath there.
It looks like it's got a little bit of
If you can just take,
blood on it.
if you can just unhook the seat, I'll figure out the rest.
Y'all burn heaters?
All right, just throw it away.
It's already in the trash.
Okay. Oh, he just slid off his connector because he doesn't want to come apart. Now we can slide it back on there. All right, that's half of our wiring. The other good news, we got a TPS here, which is awesome because our other one got broken in the accident.
Yeah. Well, we should still have a spare, right? Here.
No.
Why not? Because there was one on the Solara engine. There's only one, and there's only one MZ.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
It wasn't on. Didn't
They
have a
TPS on the first
maybe.
one MZ.
There might have been one. I don't remember.
There should be. Critical to figure out whether we have a spare TPS laying around the shop because that should be dropped in the bottom of the toolbox to go to races.
These guys have to come off and they're going to break
What guys?
in order to get the throttle body off.
Those tiny little Torx bolts. Those won't break. You have a
They're
little
not
butane
Torx
torch?
bolts. They're
E-Torx.
they're 8 mil nuts. These nuts have to come off.
Oh, just take the studs out with the E-Torx. They'll come right out of the aluminum. Those aren't going to break though.
Okay.
Those shouldn't break. You got Croyle or a butane torch? Little butane pen torch?
No, but I got an 8 mil. If I remember right, it's an 8. Oh, 10. We clear?
Uh-huh.
Nice. There's no way.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm telling you.
There's no way this comes apart. On our last engine, I snapped these off and I had to drill them out.
Oh, thank you.
No,
What?
we're so far from that.
No, we're not. It's take everything apart time.
We are so far. That is going to. Okay, go ahead. I'll put it back later. I don't even have a jack underneath here.
You don't need a jack. There's 2 more motor mounts and trans mount.
That's just a vibration mount.
Yeah, that's a torsional mount. That's just a pitch mount to keep it from rolling forward and back.
Oh,
needs to
that
go
one
in
did
my
take-
car 'cause I'm tired of replacing motor mounts.
My Civic got the same.
Did take the stud.
I've
with
always
it.
there's so many spots on BP blocks. I've always thought about making one to go back to the firewall and putting a hole in the firewall for it, but I've just never gotten around to it. And now the engine needs to come out of the car to fix the frame rail on this side, or I need to replace the shell. So I'm just over it. Just wait until I can find it for the shell and go from there. The shell I have at the shop isn't that bad. Just also not that great. It has some of the rust that the Mazda that I'm driving right now had when I first got it, which tells me
Some of the rust.
it's no, because it was a Tennessee car, so it's actually pretty straight. But they all have seam rot if they're in a state where there's a lot of moisture. So I want to get one from like Arizona or like Texas or somewhere like that. SoCal, I really don't like California. I don't really want to go there to buy anything on their economy, but if they have the car I need, then I guess I'm going to bring California. Oh yeah, this is one of those fancy wrenches that you like get with the adjustable length. I think this is the craziest, coolest.
It's called the Jeff wrench, and they're awesome.
The jet wrench.
Yep.
Was that for a guy?
Yep.
Did Hefe like bring you these or what?
Who the hell's Hefe?
Jeff.
No. Jeff and I used them to do the neon from stage 2 to stage 3. That was basically the only wrench that he used
The whole time.
the entire time we were building.
That's friggin' hilarious. I fell in love with it.
These are the clamps we're talking about. These 2-band. They strip out like that. They're not great.
You just fell in love with the fact it was mixed dry.
Yeah, well, he could just keep going and keep going and keep going.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Just had sockets in his
That's how I
pocket.
was. I have this worn flex head snap-on ratchet that locks it. It'll lock it like any angle.
Whoa, come back here.
So you can tip the head like any degree pretty much. And there's so many times that I'm trying to get it to a bolt down somewhere, but I can't get my arm, but I can turn the head of that wrench and lock it, and it's just as good. It's like crack. And my dad's always like, "Why are you using such a long handle ratchet?" And I'm like, "Because it's the one that will reach. It's the one that will do the finger curve without my finger having to do the curve." Ooh, that's a nice looking throttle body on the backside, let me tell you. Dude, why are you taking the throttle body off to take the engine out?
Because I'm taking the intake off.
Oh, man.
All of
Okay.
Let's
just get the engine out.
Yeah, you just want to rip stuff and shred stuff. I actually have to put it back together. It's not a destruction.
Rip stuff and shred stuff. I can take it out without destroying stuff. I'm just saying you don't need
I don't believe that for 1 second.
You don't need to take that throttle body off to take this engine out of the car.
I have to take the intake manifold off In order to do that, I have to take the throttle body off. Plus, the throttle body is getting cleaned and Cerakoted, so it needs to come off anyway.
Why do you have
It's
to
4
do-
bolts.
Explain to me why you think you need
To drop the engine, you're not clearing that.
Dude, clear the whole way down. I would not waste my time with that. Disconnect everything and drop this thing out.
It's 4 bolts to take that out. And now that I know that I have a unicorn, I'd like to keep it that way without
Well, yeah.
chopping off 4 bolts with a sawzall. And
Have,
oh, look, it hit the concrete. It's fine though.
you have a,
None of that shit.
land of engine rebuilder spare bolt pen.
Yeah.
I call it my pocket.
What are the bolts for, and do we need them again?
No and no.
I hate these stupid clamps. What?
They're for this pitch mount to the coolant neck, and you don't need that. It's a bracket.
Yes.
You
Need
don't
them.
a bracket.
Need those bolts. We use that on the other engine mount. What is the, okay, so the first problem is this guy.
Other engine mount. No, these aren't bolts.
I know, but we use them on the other custom engine mount that was made. Why I'm doing this the hard way.
Yeah, that song Daydreamer by the Beatles.
Yes.
I've always wanted to rewrite that song into Day Drinker. She's a day drinker.
Okay.
Everybody's had a girlfriend like that before, right? Just day drinks. No? Nobody's had a girlfriend
What is-
like that
oh.
before? Likes to day drink? Just rage?
Not specifically. Look at that. A few clamps. We have our throttle body out. Oops. Let's get a good spring. Why is he locked? Oh. There's our throttle body. He's actually pretty damn clean inside. I mean, here's the throttle body. I can wipe that. That's after 248. That's amazing. So yeah, I got to get a different cart.
PCB system is working.
Yeah. Gasket's actually perfect.
Looks like maybe at one point somebody did valve cover gaskets on it. There's some RTV on the cam caps, but
That might be factory too. I thought we caught all the coolant.
How did that even happen?
Yeah,
Did it run across the subframe or something?
maybe.
Oh my god, dude, it did. It ran all the way back to the subframe.
It's all right. We got
Thank
a
you, Toyota, for the beautiful design.
we got a mop. We can mop it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta save these brackets. This bracket and these bolts. They go with.
Look at this horn thing. Our horn sucks.
You didn't have to put my horn in there.
If there's anything left, I'll come out.
Oh yeah, I'll have tons of stuff left, and with any good fortune, we'll have this ready to go on the trailer. Oh really? I figured you were already out here fishing.
I was out like dude, this heat absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it, but
I like it outside of work. I don't like it at work.
Oh yeah, that part would suck. All right.
Actually wasn't too bad. That's how I know my body's adapting to it. It's a really humid thing. I was sweating, but I wasn't like struggling like hot. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm finally adapting to it. It's not as bad.
it takes a long time to get used to. find time to do here in Ohio. It snows. I just got used to it being warm again. 12 degrees.
These are the evap canister lines. You just heard the pressure come off of them.
You're gonna want to smoke a cigarette while you take these off.
Anyway, these are most of the lines that we
Hug it. Hug it real good.
saved it.
Dang.
Even when you try and break something on this thing,
It's just yeah.
Well,
It's just amazing the car has this much rust.
it's just not
And
necessary
it's
to
like the
break
engine and
stuff.
transmission are nice and possible. It doesn't have second gear, but I think that that's just because somebody banged the synchro and caused an synchro.
And we're gonna go through it, and we'll bulletproof the engine.
I would at least go through the thing.
We're gonna do.
Yeah, trans is an easy thing to take off the assembly and throw in the car if you damage the trans.
You can take that bell housing and just reseal it too.
Yeah, so that's why it's gonna come off of there.
If you ever had it apart, use like an entire 2-bar TV.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the gigantic overblock.
That's what you're supposed
You know
to
what that's from? That's probably from a clutch replacement. The
Ooh, I wonder what kind of condition the clutch is.
It was good.
clutch worked great. Yeah, it didn't slip at all when I was putting it on the trailer.
Just chilling in the trailer.
Yeah, we're just gonna do this on a roller stand, like in a little miniature crate, engine and trans in a roller crate. It'll be totally as one unit. So if the engine blows up, then we replace engine and trans. If the trans blows up, we replace engine and trans. Yeah, a couple of electrical, a couple of pipes.
All that on, lining it up, working it down. It saves you about an hour.
And especially with that, because we're coming in from underneath. We're coming in from underneath. Jack the car up, set the engine in place, lower the car down.
You gotta get one of those Harbor Freight filming games. Just pick a car up by.
Yeah.
Be that team at the race where they're like,
I'm going to use
this
the
team
force too.
took the engine out.
Thanks, you guys, for hanging out tonight. We got the basics down. You guys saw the compression numbers. They're absolutely outlandish for an engine with 250,000 miles on it. We have 240 psi on cylinder 1, 235 on cylinder 5, or cylinder 3, and 235 on cylinder 5. Unbelievable. This engine is a total score. Brian absolutely nailed it out of the park with this. We're going to finish taking a bunch of stuff off. There's ancillaries and stuff like the EGR, all the emission stuff has to come off. And we're going to take as much stuff off, and then we will put the engine on a cradle and lift the car up. That's the best way. It's technically dropping it out of the car, but that's the best way to do it. Then the engine trans come out as one piece, and then the car can go, car can go bye-bye. So we get rid of the car either tomorrow or on Thursday.
You can just cut the axle.
Well, we can use the axles, not the knuckles, not the hubs. We're 5 by 114.
The inner parts of the axles.
No, those are 5 by 114. We're 4 by 100.
Yeah, we can't use the outer part of the axles, but we can use the inner parts of the axles. That's why I said I don't care.
Yeah,
if
we
cut
can.
through the axle.
We'll save the spiders and the housings for those. But yeah, most of this stuff is really just going to go to the junkyard. We'll get our $280 in meth money,
Not
and
even that. It won't even be that. Scrap is so absurdly low.
we're also no engine and trans, so
No
it'll be
engine
even lighter.
trans, so it's considered not. It's no longer considered a complete car, which then changes scrap weight to light iron, which is like 160, 170 a ton right now. It's
Yeah, so we'll get our $100. Brian will get his $100, and then we start the process of we're going to separate engine and trans. We'll take the trans all apart, bulletproof it, and we're going to leave the engine alone. The engine is going to stay alone. We're not. This thing
It's gonna
we
be our emergency
don't
spare
need
for
to
the
rebuild.
season,
Yeah.
And then this winter we can go through it.
If we want to go
Roll
through
the
it, we
seals,
can.
reseal it.
but I
That's
wouldn't.
all it needs. It's just like new valve cover gaskets and main seals, just to be safe.
Yeah, the only
Just
thing
the
I'm going to do is Cerakote it and paint it.
Sure. Yeah,
That's Cerakote the valve covers, the intake,
Yeah.
the throttle body, and stuff, just so we keep heat down, and then we'll paint it.
decent appearance and stuff.
Yeah.
That's also more impressive when you just have that sitting there ready.
Yeah.
Assembly. It's like,
So we got a really good
Sarah
score on
Gordon
this.
too?
Yeah, and we'll keep going on it. I might do one and do some of the ancillary stuff tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll save all the really violent stuff like cutting the exhaust and stuff like that for Brian because he loves that shit.
Yeah, bring my Sawzall with me.
I got two Sawzalls here. I actually have three Sawzalls here.
I have one of those crazy 12 amp hour Milwaukee batteries.
That's awesome because that thing plugs in.
Oh no, I don't deal with cords. I do not deal with cords. This guy don't trip over air hoses or extension cords. That's why all my stuff's cordless now.
Okay, well that thing will cut through concrete.
From
So
14
yeah.
to 19 of framed houses, so I strangled myself.
So
with
anyway.
air hoses.
We'll save the violent stuff for Brian, but I got a bunch of the rest of this stuff off, and we'll have the engine out of here ASAP. I'll probably it's like 12:30, so cut it at the frame rails.
Dude, that's what I did to the last one.
And then I have a gigantic mess here. And how do you get it on the car? How do you get it on the trailer? How do you get it on the trailer?
That's what I did to the last one.
Dude, it's gonna flex like a comb from 8th grade. It's just.
You leave the subframe in and you cut the axles. and
Tell
I
me
cut
I'm wrong.
the last-
Tell me I am wrong.
The last one I took it out in about an hour by myself. I cut off the front end of the car right here.
And how many people did it take to get it on the trailer to take it to scrap?
The car?
Yeah.
No, nobody. It was me and the tractor in first gear idling it.
Oh, well, let me grab my tractor. Oh, shit, that's right. I don't
Zero
have
turn,
one.
pull it right on.
No.
Dude,
No.
that's gasoline zero turn. He uses to pull stuff
My
around.
diesel tractor is a lawnmower. It is not a tractor. His tractor
It's
is a tractor.
hydrostatic diesel Toyota. It doesn't care about nothing. You can go to your house to freaking Best Buy guy in Virginia.
Anyway, we're not doing it with the mower. We're taking the engine out
You have a
in a
winch on the
normal,
trailer.
easy way, which is dropping it out the bottom.
It's going on the trailer. It's going to winch.
Sorry that it's not so violent and all of that. My
It's not
bad.
violent. I just like expedience.
All right, John, I'll catch you later. We'll be here tomorrow.
Later, buddy. Be safe.
You guys can hear John's car take off.
Beautiful.
Actually, I'll take the mic over there so you guys can hear John's car. Yeah, yeah. I'll just go like right here. Oh, yeah. Why would it stay put? Silly me. Flat surface. Yeah.
It's got to say pony rumble. I like to say pony rumble. Hey, Kev. This is a return style fuel system. Come look. It just has a different style rail.
Out. Oh, out.
It does. Yeah, because the filter's right here. Filters.
There's no out on that rail. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed.
This is the send.
What?
This is the send right here. It comes
Yeah.
up in on the bottom. This is your send. Your filter is right here. Your fuel filter. That was your return that you took off. Right?
No, this is the part of the EGR. No, it'll be on the end here.
Just seems weird that the other engine had the right rails on it.
They have two different types. They came with two different types. And there's no real way, not a specific VIN number, year, or anything.
Just cap those lines, the vent line and stuff.
Yeah.
You swap this engine in, just use a single line. It's no big deal.
This can come
You
off.
definitely want to save this igniter.
Yeah, all that hardware over there is getting saved. I'm just making room. Oh, is this guy crimped on?
Yeah. He's high pressure fuel line. You gotta take them off the
Ow!
filter. Don't you wish that radiator was out?
No, it's not the radiator that I hit.
It's got to come out
the
anyway
fan
because
that
the radiators get processed separately.
Really, it turns into a club.
That's you have like 10-minute warning light.
Yeah, this is all the EGR stuff. So there should be,
Yeah, battery cables are taken care of now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dude, that's the dumbest location for a battery cable I've ever seen.
Well, it's because the starter's
Grounds
right
against
there.
the transmission, pretty much.
That's all right.
Yeah. Now let's just take this off and use this stuff back there. Heater hoses, real quick. Heater hoses can come off, and then it's just this stuff here and some stuff over there, and it comes out.
Yeah, we have a major electrical connector inside the car to take out the ECU, and this big wire harness, all this stuff comes out with it. So whatever this harness is comes from through the firewall. We also have the clutch line, which is down here, and that will come out as well. You can pull the heater hoses if you want. Oh my God, it's a little old school.
Dude, they're from parade. They knew I was going to burn this son of a bitch to the ground.
All right.
See if it still works. Yeah.
Wow.
Love to smell matches. If you don't love to smell matches, you're not American.
Sulfur monoxide. Yay.
Favorite carry them bad boys around in my pocket. That there's a souvenir.
That should come right off.
But you know what my favorite heater hose disconnect tool is on cars here lately?
A razor blade?
No, these bastards. You just get in there like this and you just give them.
Oh my god, you're gonna make a huge mess all over the transmission.
No, it won't
That
be. It's already drained out. It's empty. Look, it's a dribble. That's what I'm saying. There's
cut
like
it
nothing
back
in
there where it goes on the floor,
Well,
not on the
that's a fair-
trans.
That's a fair point too. I just didn't want it all attached to the engine. I didn't want to have to make another cut.
Now it's gonna drain out of the heater core. There we go. There's the rest of it. At least part of it's on the floor.
Look what I'm doing. I'm tucking it down there and then I'm moving.
This is why you be careful with stuff and you just do it with the clamps, because you're going to make a huge mess or you're going to cut something that you don't want to cut. That's why you do it this way and not that way.
Just nip those guys right there.
That's why. And the guys that always destroy stuff to get stuff done, they always have a really good reason on why. Oh, it's always better this way. It's faster, and I've always done it like this. I'm not talking about dilly-dallying. I'm talking about doing it the right way. It doesn't matter. That engine is not going to the junkyard.
That's why I'm not taking any cutting to the engine. I'm just cutting stuff that is staying on the vehicle. It doesn't matter. Because I don't have time to jack around parts and stuff.
Whoops, needed those heater hoses. Oh well, they're gone.
You don't need those heater hoses.
Oh well, they're gone.
Also, truth be told, that MRU pretty much doesn't need heat because even when you turn it wide open,
It absolutely needs heat because it has to defog the windshield. Okay. All right, you want to break shit? Come in here. Get this glove box out, and then we can take the ECU out.
it's open, right?
Yeah.
It's open. You just stand up. Just stand up. You're being too gentle. Just stand up. Just set your
Watch
foot
this.
on it and then stand up. Yeah. You just get your foot in the glove box and you just get it one of those with good old hush chow.
Holy shit.
One of those, and now the glove box is out. You just put it back there for the next guy, and he's not going to have to use any tools at the junkyard to take the glove box out either. Ready for the scrap. You want the shifter cable though, right?
Yeah.
Don't they get used on that car?
No, but we want them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that car used stock cables. Big cables.
No, we have custom cables. So I'm trying to see the number on this. There's a JM stamp on there, but on the back of the ECU, it should have another number. So this is going to be the hard part, is getting this out, because this is all, there's a bunch of plastic in the way here. You want to get violent and rip plastic out? Because all this crap has to come out in order to get to, kind of, yeah, because it's all behind here. So the backing plate, for the glove box can all come out because all the electronics are back there and everything has to get unhooked in order to come through on this side. So see that plastic?
Oh, wow.
You want a pry bar? What do you want? Sawzall? What do you want? Here, Brian, here's something super destructive.
on these. There's no way you'll pry this out. I mean, maybe, but I'll be really surprised. Also, the problem with prying plastic is that plastic is sharper than you. So when you pry plastic and it goes flame along it oftentimes, yeah.
I like saving these caps. These caps are great because they're in Japanese. They have all the Japanese on them, which is awesome. So yeah, can you get that out? Okay. So take out the bottom of the, just took out the bottom of my leg. We take out the bottom of where the glove box was, and that gives us access to the ECU, all the wiring. That's where all your airbag stuff, your amplifier for your radio, all that stuff is under there. But we need to get the ECU out, and we need to get that wiring out, pull it through the firewall. So in order to do that, we have to get up under there. Brian's taking all that plastic off. This will pretty much do it for tonight. We've had several hours of being in here and unhooking. So much of this is unnecessary compared to what we have in the race car. Like all the EGR stuff, the wire harness is totally different. And, you know, air conditioning and coolant is all water. It's not coolant. We have a totally different radiator. The exhaust is OEM exhaust, but it's so much quicker. And also we didn't do, you know, we know what the compression is in that car. That car was 228 and 230 and 235 on that car for all 6 cylinders. This one's 235 and 240. So we have a really, really good engine. We have 2 very, very good engines for the car. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's about it. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. And like I said yesterday, thank you guys for all of the views. Everyone, it's been exponentially larger than it has been in the last few weeks. And that's all because of you guys. And I really appreciate that. Again, I'm not getting paid for any of this. There's no advertising on here or anything. So I love seeing you guys wanting to learn how to do this stuff. And I love helping you out and getting you smarter with everything. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. This car won't be here for very long. So I'll get as much content up there for you guys as possible. And I'll try and zoom in on stuff. And yeah, let me know if you want to see something specific. If you want to see a specific car, whatever. Happy to help out. Love the comments and definitely subscribe and tell your friends. We'll keep coming in here every night and doing this. Remember to show someone that you love them today. It's a big deal. Give them a kiss on the cheek. Give them a kiss on their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's important for them, but it's really, really important for you. So thanks, everyone. We will catch you tomorrow. Have a great night. Try not to destroy stuff.
Unless you like that.
Unless you're into that. Yeah.